afternoon, wrestling fans. In our main event, today we have Crazy Slain taking on the Vampire Ray. You all enjoy this show, and let's get ready to rumble!
Let's see what Vincent has for his setup. Interesting format.
Contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from Detroit, Michigan,
Better than to go in through any entrance, he's got those trapped.
and the opponent from Detroit, Michigan, the Vampire.
Recording doesn't pick it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a sold-out show here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. I'm Michael Cole here with Taz at ringside. Man, you couldn't fit another fan in here with a crowbar, I'm telling you. There's a whole lot of cheeseheads in the house tonight. It sure is. Green Bay knows that they're about to see the greatest superstars in all of sports entertainment. I can't wait to get started. And there's the counter, Cole. Man, this match is so good, it's even worth sitting next to you to watch it, Cole. Yeah, thanks a lot, Taz. You know, you're not always my #1 choice for a podcast partner either. You know what you should do, Girl Pants? You should team up with Jerry Lawler, and you could be the king and queen on commentary. Real funny, Taz. You know, that would almost be worth not having to work with a joker like you all the time. He saw that one coming. I gotta tell you, Cole, I thought I had this thing figured out. Here's the reversal, Cole. Man, look at these superstars. You can't ask for a better example of what makes SmackDown so great. You sure can. SmackDown's got the greatest superstars in the greatest matches for the greatest fans in all of sports entertainment. Oh boy, looks like someone's moving up in the world. A textbook reversal. Can he follow up? Good night, Irene. Nobody sticks around long after taking a finisher like that. I've been looking forward to this match all night long, Cole. So have I. It's certainly been one of the most anticipated matchups in recent weeks. And usually when you have that kind of hype, it's really tough to live up to the expectations. But these superstars ain't having any trouble doing that. They sure aren't. And that's an impressive thing in and of itself. And there's the submission hold. What a deadly maneuver this is. You're not kidding, Cole. This is one heck of a match so far. It sure is, Taz. What do you think the highlight has been so far? Well, that'll probably come a little bit later on in the match. When you decide to shut your yap for a few seconds, where's the pin? I think they're slowing their pace down a little. The opponent is completely helpless to resist the submission hold. You gotta dig deep and find a way to break it, or you gotta just flat out tap out.
Just keep going non-stop. That's a good way to wear yourself out and make a critical. No, but you can't give the opponent any time to you got them and wear them down. But picking yourself, if you try to execute a badly timed just because you offense, that could have a disastrous result. I'll tell you what, Cole, let me talk about what it's like to be in a match like this, and you can cover what it's like to whiten your teeth. Deal? That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead. So, Cole, you got any predictions? No way. I've seen you embarrass yourself with enough bad guesses that I'm not going to risk doing the same. I feel like a real jerk when somebody counters you like that. I think that if one of these stars executes their finishing, this one is certainly the case, Cole, just because it's called a finish match. Speaking from experience here, Ted. You're damn right it is, Cole, and that's a heck of a right there. He slipped. You can show off for the crowd all you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, Taz, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar. It's not easy maintaining this type of intensity week after week after week, Cole. Trust me. I don't doubt it, Taz. The WWE superstars don't get an off-season. They compete every week until they're not physically capable of continuing. I'll tell you, Cole, this is what the WWE is all about. You're absolutely right, Taz. The greatest athletes in the world competing on the grandest stage of them all. That'd be the end of the match right there. There's a reason that's called a finishing move. That's it. His fans have got... Holy great match, Cole. Here's your winner, a Rocket Buster. You're not kidding, Taz. These superstars beat the hell out of each other until one of them could no longer stand. Man, I'll tell you, these great WWE fans definitely got their money's worth.